Davey Martinez.
There's Davey.
You know, we were talking about it during the break. Where does this one rank, right? Because you won one with the Cubs. I'm not sure. Did you win one as a player too?
No.
Just as the Cubs, right?
Cubs,
You're
yeah.
the bench coach there. And then this one, you're in charge of the whole thing. I mean, each one's special. It's like comparing kids. But where does this one rank?
Yeah, I mean, they're all special. Get a chance to do something that you prepare for, all year long, and then it comes through till fluidity. And but this one here is definitely one that's really touches this crazy heart.
Which one was harder? Which one was harder?
Hey, think about it. We started in 1931, so this is pretty hard. But
but the Cubs thing. I mean, the Cubs hadn't won
108 years. Yeah, I get it. And it's a big deal. I mean, they're both really special to me.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking to Eric Thames about it on the other side, how dicey that game was. The wild card game, I mean, when Josh Hader gets on the mound, I don't know what like ESPN sometimes puts a game probability, and it'll say 98%, 97%, and then it shifts. I mean, the percentages were on their side there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a testament to what happened all year long, really, about these guys not quitting, playing till the last out. That game was definitely that moment that, and when that ball went by the right fielder, right then and there, I looked to myself and said, this is going to end up being something special,
Yeah. Well, it was just an unbelievable run, and I've been talking about it today and even yesterday. I wonder, having gone through that, does it make you think, wow, that was really like almost impossible, all the things fell in our favor down the stretch, or it's like, wow, we did that, we can do this again?
Yeah, as I said on stage, and don't ask me how I said it, but, what a beautiful place, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
right.
Definitely. But, I come into spring training after, everybody talking about the World Series hangover, and for me, these guys, they're hungry. They still got that taste in their mouth.
Oh.
I saw from day one, and when we met, in the circle for the first time, the pitchers, the catchers, they had all this energy. And I said, well, this is going to be something special. These guys are ready to go. They still got that taste. They feel it. They want to win. The core guys are all still here, so they're into it. In the spring has been a lot of fun. We kind of been just laid back, just doing our work and getting ready.
Seems very laid back.
When Riz is looking at adding a piece in the offseason, does he, just say Castro, does he come to you and say, hey, Davey, we're thinking about signing him, what do you think? Or is that all done by the front office?
No, we talk.
So you talk to him?
We talk constantly, about, and he wants to, on my side, wants to know if I feel like if these players fit.
Right.
I don't ever tell Riz what to do. I mean, he's been unbelievable over the years of getting players we need. And rightfully so. This year he did the same thing. He put together an unbelievable roster that we feel like we can compete again.
As a fan, we were talking about this earlier. As a fan, the biggest question I have is Carter at third. All right, and obviously Rendon's MVP candidate, put up ridiculous numbers. Whoever is going to replace him there, I know Carter has been a shortstop predominantly in his career, but replacing Rendon is the biggest question mark for me. So make the Nats fans feel comfortable about what your plan is.
Yeah, hey, I said this earlier in this winter. Carter Kieboom comes in to spring training, having a third base job. He's gonna, he's got to earn it, but it's his job, and I truly believe that. I mean, this kid's special. He put up really good numbers in the minor leagues. He is learning a new position. He's been working diligently every morning with Tim Bogart and Chip Hale on learning how to play the position. He's going to hit. He's going to, his feet work. So it's just a matter of just getting him out there and getting his reps. With that being said, somewhere along the line, whether it's, breaking camp or Carter Kieboom will be our third baseman.
So you think he's going to opening day third baseman?
As of right now, that's
it's his job to lose.
His job to lose, exactly.
Right. What has been the difficult part of that transition at third? Has it been the fielding aspect of it? Has it been the throws, the angles, that sort of thing?
I think it's the angles. His footwork. Set and throw. That just him going left to right, making those throws across the diamond.
That's the issue.
That's the issue. Yeah.
It's not the glove.
No, his glove is straight. Yeah. He's good. I mean, like I said, it's something that he's learning, and every day he seems like even in our drills that we do with him, he's getting a lot better. He's getting that fluidity that we look for.
I want to get to know Davey Martinez a little bit off the baseball thing. You're a baseball lifer. What happens after a game in June, home game? When do you eat dinner? When do you decompress? Like, what happens? Like, we see the TV side, right? You do your post-game press or whatever, and you get out of there. I always wonder, like, you're there at the park all day, basically. When are you having your dinner? What do you do when you get home? You're not turning on, like, MLB Network, are you?
Typically what I do, I try to, after my post-game, I sit in my office. Usually I sit around with some of the coaches, and we go over what our plans are for the next day. What we saw during the game that we can improve on. Talk to Paul about the pitching and how the pitching is doing, how our bullpen's doing. But it usually takes me a while before I unwind. I'll go back home and I'll watch the replay of the games.
So you're getting home probably midnight, 12:30.
Probably around 12:30, 1 o'clock.
When have you eaten dinner?
I ate dinner, so after the post game they bring me a little plate of food.
Okay.
And I don't eat a whole lot. I'll just kind of munch away a little bit.
Right,
and
graze.
And then by the time I fall asleep, it's usually 2:30.
3, yeah.
So 12:30 to 2:30. Are you? I just imagine you sitting on a couch.
Oh, he said he's watching the game.
Okay,
He watches
he's
the
watching
replay of the game.
I watch the replay of the game. Yeah.
You fast forward through it?
Yeah, fast forward. I try to see what
Certain things?
certain things. Yeah.
Here's my other question. All right, I have questions. All right, so we got Carter at third. You feel good there. Victor had a pretty good year last year. Played the full season, first full season. 17 bombs, hit about 250, stole close to 30 stolen bases. What do you expect for him? What's that next step for Victor?
I
mean, he's an unbelievable defensive player too.
I was just going to say, for me, he was a Gold Glove last year.
Right.
But I think he's only going to get better. I really do. I think this kid, he's kind of overshadowed a little bit by the other guy that we have.
Right.
But he did really well for us last year. So, for me, I told him this year, hey, look, the only thing I really want you to work on is accepting your walks. Stay within the strike zone.
He struck out a little too much for you?
Yeah. I don't want you to
140 last year.
I don't want you to stay away, get away from your aggressiveness, but get the ball in the strike zone. And because when you get on base, if you walk,
he's trouble on base.
He's trouble.
Yeah.
How many strikeouts did Juan have?
I don't know.
In comparison,
Davey,
I wonder.
Davey would know.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know.
Everybody talks about his plate discipline and everything, but I just wonder what the difference is.
Well, Victor had 140, so what do you want to see, that under 100?
I want to see it, about 100.
Well,
if he can get it
amazing.
down under 100, man, I mean, we're going places.
See,
Right.
Juan last year had the 132.
Oh, so he has a similar amount.
Yeah. But he had a 401 OBP.
More balls at play.
Forgive it with the rest of the picture.
Yeah. What about the rough start last year? So obviously that was injury related. There's no question about that, right? But also we felt like I remember saying, well, you know what? We don't think necessarily our pitchers were quite ready at the beginning of the year or that kind of thing. What have you adjusted to make sure on the things that you can control will be better to start?
Well, we actually this year we've done a lot more bullpen work already. The size that we added some more size. We had some more. We put them on a stringent throwing program. So they're all getting built up. Yesterday Huddy, was his first outing. He had 25 pitches. That's something that we want to do, especially with this 3-batter minimum. Is make sure that they're built up to throw 30, 35 pitches from the get-go. So I think we're in a good spot right now. You look at last year and you look at what transpired, what happened. We had a bunch of guys that we thought were going to be able to pitch in the back end of the bullpen. That didn't work out.
Yeah.
But that being said, we had to use a lot of our younger guys that never done it before and use them early. Pitch in the back end of the bullpen. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's really tough.
Do you think there's going to be any funny business with the 3 batter minimum? I know that Max was kind of outspoken about that. He doesn't love the rule. He thinks, maybe some teams will
feign an injury or
fake
something.
an injury and that sort of thing.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't perceive it to going to be that way. But only time will tell.
How does it change your start? Has it eliminated like a lefty reliever, the specialist, the guy that can just get one batter? Is that
Jesse
that guy
Orozco, right? Pitch leader was like 45.
I mean, those guys now out of the equation.
Well, here's what happens. So you start the inning, and the guy, you put a guy in, in a spot where you think he's going to get through the inning.
Right.
So say he goes through that, 3 hitters, and then all of a sudden you got a lefty up there and you got 2 outs, you could still bring a lefty in and face that guy, get out of the inning.
Because then, right. That's right.
And then start dealing with a new guy.
So that's the way you get around it. But let me ask you this, though. Let's just say last year, Rainey came in and struggled and walked the first 2 guys. You might take him out then. But now he's got – I know they want to speed up the game, but if he walks those 2 guys and instead of bringing in someone else, he faces the third guy and he gives up a double, that extends that inning.
Exactly. So the way that I'm thinking is what they're trying to do is create more offense.
Right.
And to me, that's what it sounds like. Because all these things that are coming up that they're really trying to do is to create more offense. And I think that's what his 3-batter minimum is. It's not really trying to speed up the game.
You don't buy that.
Yeah, I don't. Nothing's really going to speed up the game unless they take away all the commercials.
Right.
And we play through. And
that's not. They're not going away.
That ain't going away.
You got to keep the commercials.
What I did suggest though was they put the commercials in the bottom or in the corner and let the game play, like the soccer game.
Yeah.
Well, they do that in golf too. They have the playthrough.
Yeah. The playthrough. Right.
Yeah.
If a situation though happens where you start off with somebody, let's say Hudson's pitching, and he's got to go his 3 batters. Let's say he gets into a little trouble, gets an out. There's only 1 out, and you want that lefty reliever, though, to come in against lefty. You're right, more offense, because now the lefty's going to have to face whoever.
2 more guys.
2 more guys, right.
Unless he gets double play or gets out of the inning, right.
So, Riz and I looked at that all winter long. When we were looking for the guys in the back in the bullpen, Will Harris obviously is one of those guys we feel like left, right, doesn't matter. Huddy did a great job last year. You got Elias, to me, is a big key, and he's looked good.
I liked him before he got hurt. He was just like 1 or 2 outings for us. I was like, wow, this guy's going to be special. And then we never really saw it.
Yeah, and he's looked really good this camp. And I'm counting on him, to be able to be that guy that, left hand, right hand, he can get both hitters out.
Who do you think is in control of the 5th starter spot right now? Is that too tough right now?
Oh, it's tough. Yeah. I mean,
how did Joe pitch yesterday? He pitched yesterday, right?
Really well.
Yeah,
really well. I think right now that what I'm seeing out of Joe, he looks like he looked before his injury. So he looks really good, and Voth is, he's done really well. Fetty's throwing the ball well. So,
if Voth doesn't make the team as a starter, does he stay in the pen or does he go to the minors?
Well, we lose him.
You lose him?
Yeah. So
he's got to make the
we
team.
got to figure something out.
Why? Explain that.
So he has no options left.
So you'd have to cut him. Either makes it or you cut him.
Yeah.
Wow.
How's he pitched?
Well, really well. Yeah.
What about Ross? Same thing with Ross,
yeah,
right?
same thing. So I mean,
you're not going to cut Joe Ross. There's no way you're doing that.
No, and like I said, he's looked really well. He's developed he's thrown his curveball a lot more. His slider looks good. His changeup was good. So I mean, he's becoming the pitcher that I know that over the years when they got him, he did well.
He's had flashes.
Yeah. And
can Voth be a long relief guy?
Absolutely. Yeah. He's got good stuff.
Yeah.
What about Fetty? Does he have options or?
Yeah, Fetty has an option. So but like I said, Fetty's done well. There's still room for me. There's still room, in our bullpen as of right now.
Plus, you have an extra spot this year.
Right.
That really helps.
Is the regular season going to be kind of boring to you because you can't bring in like Strauss out of the bullpen? Corbin
so
out of
great
the
for us. We love that. You did a brilliant job with that, by the way.
Thank you.
Did you? I mean, when did it dawn on you? This is how we're going to have to do this.
And honestly, in the middle of August.
Right.
In the middle of August.
Yeah. I started thinking about
this is what we're going to have to do.
If this transpires, we're going to have to do things a little bit differently.
And they delivered. That's the thing, is the guys by and large delivered.
I was going to say that because when Dusty was here, he pushed the right buttons. Well, he pushed the buttons he was supposed to. It just didn't work out.
Like he brought Max in, it just didn't work.
Max didn't. Yeah, he didn't get
work
guys
for
out.
Reason.
Weeders threw the ball in the right field.
Right.
You pushed all the right buttons, and everyone they came to play and they performed and they got guys out and they got big hits.
This was all was based on conversation. I can remember sitting in my office with Strauss, and telling him, hey, look, I'm going to ask you to do something that you might not be comfortable with, but it's up to you. I want you to be honest with me. You're going to have to come out of the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do it? And he looked at me. He goes, let's go for it. I'm ready.
Wow.
No hesitation.
Have you seen the maturation of Steven? You've only been here a couple of years. Have you seen it, though?
Yeah, he's been incredible. I mean, even this spring, he's been more outgoing.
He just blossomed.
Talking
what do you
a lot
think that
more.
is? Why?
It's like a different guy.
Just comfortable in his own skin.
I think I really believe that 2 years ago he got hurt. He came back. His velo was down. Everything, and he came in my office and said he's going to shut it down in September. And I looked at him and said, "No, you're not."
Uh-huh.
I said, "Are you okay?" And he goes, "Yeah, I just the ball's not coming out." And I said, "Hey, this is your opportunity to go out there and pitch, learn how to pitch. Use all your stuff. I mean, you got I watch this guy, and this guy's got incredible stuff."
James was talking about his changeup.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, and to his defense, he did that.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a good September, and he said, "Hey." He took it upon himself all winter long. Said, "Hey, this is what I'm going to do.
build on
I'm going
that."
to build, yeah." And now he's just. I mean, I saw him all year long just get better and better and better. And then, obviously,
Has that been reported? Did we know that? Did we know that he wanted to shut it down in September? And you said, "No, you're not doing that."
No, I mean, it's something that and we talk about, but I didn't want him to do that. I really wanted him to go out there and finish the season, and go out there and just do what he can.
When you had that meeting, did you have the mood candle burning in your office like you have
Always.
here?
Always.
I'm not a stalker, but I did notice. What's the scent on the candle? I need to know this.
This
in
one
your
is.
office.
We are in Florida, so
Okay.
it's like a Hawaiian cilantro.
Ah,
Sweet.
very nice.
All right.